So one of you come close and show before the camera. Yes. Show this.
Very good. Exactly. Good job. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good morning. This is your teacher from Taiwan. My name is Shirley Weiling Li, and today I'm going to introduce something about Taiwan according.
Hello, ma'am.
Easy voice.
Hello.
How are you, ma'am?
Taiwan.
Busy as usual. I'm fine.
I would like to ask you a question, ma'am. Can I ask? Here,
okay.
Is what is life like in Taiwan?
What is life in Taiwan? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so wait a moment. I will show that to you later. I put that in the last order. Okay, so I will just skip the previous part. I will go to the fourth part. Okay, go. Okay, thank you for asking me such an excellent question. I want to tell you something about living in Taiwan. Okay, so first, according to the investigation or survey of all the countries in the world, Taiwan ranks the 12th for those places which are best suitable for living. So it means that we rank the top for living. Okay, and what are the features of Taiwan? First, we have cultural richness. We harmoniously blend many Chinese heritage and contemporary influences, which means that we combine both modern and traditional things in Taiwan. And we have many celebrations. If you come to Taiwan, you will be impressed by our Taiwanese food. And also we retain many traditional Chinese traditions. And later, I think most Taiwanese are very hospitable. They are very kind. So if you come to Taiwan, if you are getting lost, we will always stretch out our hands to help you. So we are famous for our hospitality. And next, we have many interesting events during the weekend. Or at night, we can go to the night market to shopping. And how about our living expenses? Compared to America and Europe, the living expenses in Taiwan is acceptable, affordable. And we also have very advanced public transportation network, which means that it's easy for me to go back and forth from Taipei, we can say that is our capital, Taiwan, to the southern part of Taiwan, which is Kaohsiung, with just 1.5 hours. We can just go from the north to the south. And if you are walking on the street, you don't need to worry about your own safety because we are famous for our social order, which is very safe. If you just put your purse or cell phone on in the cafe, no one will steal those things. We will just take it to the police station. And the best part of living in Taiwan is that we provide the best healthy insurance system in the world. So if you are sick, you go to the hospital, you just need to pay a little sum of money. My father just had the heart attack. He stayed in the ICU for a month. However, it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. It's just maybe 1/3 of my monthly salary. Okay. And so we have the best medical advancement in the world. So many foreigners will come to Taiwan to have the surgery because it's very affordable. If you come to Taiwan, you will also be very shocked to see there are many tea houses, such as which sell the bubble tea milk and milk tea and convenience stores in every block. We have many convenience stores which sells a lot of delicious food and drinks. if you have the utility bill, you can also go to the 7-Eleven or Family Mart. It is 24 hours opening. Okay, so I think living in Taiwan is a very blessing thing. I hope one day you can come visit our country, and some of the Indian doctors or graduates will come to our school, our country for postdoctoral study. They will come here to the hospital and learn some techniques in Taiwan. Okay, that's the end of my the end of my answer to the first question. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. My name is Farhat. I am an 8th grader from JPH School, Elavaram. I would like to ask a question. Can I ask, ma'am?
Sure.
How does Taiwan's education system prioritize creativity and critical thinking in the classroom?
So you want to ask some distinctive characteristics of Taiwan's education, right? Okay, so we can take a look at the slide. Our students often perform very well, just like your students, just like you, who are really good at math and many sciences stuff. So we Taiwanese are the Asian people, and we have exceptional achievement in global evaluations, such as the PISA test. We always rank the top because I think our parents lay much emphasis on education, and also we focus on the so-called STEAM education, science or some other stuff. But although we have some educational reforms during the 5 days, our students also suffer a lot. They also feel a lot of academic pressure because if we are going from the junior high school to the senior high school, we have to take the competence test. Students have to work very hard on Mandarin, English, math, social studies, and the scientists. So there are so many cram schools in Taiwan. Almost every student, maybe 2/3 of the students will go to the cram school after they got after school. Our school dismissed at 5 o'clock, and the students will eat dinner at before 6 o'clock, and they will continue to study in the cram school from 6 o'clock p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. Okay. And next one. Nowadays, as you can see, our government sponsor the schools authorities with many laptops. So we are really good at some technology. We will use many software to promote the interactive atmosphere. We will try to elevate our learning experience through the power of digital tools, resources, and websites. Oh, okay. And we have the compulsory education from the 1st grade to the 9th grade. For the 10th to 12th grade, although it is not the compulsory education, our government also spend a lot of time for the tuition fee. So nowadays, almost everyone can enter the senior high school and the college. The enrollment rate is 100% due to the low birth rate. And currently, although we pay much emphasis on our education, our students have the cell phone per person. Do you have the cell phone which belongs to you?
No. They don't have the personal cell phones. They have their own parents' phones only.
Oh, but our students has a cell phone, every person. So they like to use the cell phone to play games, which makes our score deteriorating and lower. Okay, so that's it. That is a very huge problem in Taiwan. That's the end of my second answer to the question.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
My name is Mehnaz. I'm an 8th grader from JP School, Elavaram. It's my honor to ask this question. Can I ask, ma'am?
Sure, go ahead.
What are some unique features or approaches in Taiwan education system that are set in apart from other countries?
Okay, I see. Let me try to explain that to you. This one. Okay, we talk about how Taiwan's education system champions creativity and critical thinking within the classroom. And this is our, as you can see, this is our foreign teacher who teaches us many English conversation courses. And so nowadays we have many advanced classrooms. Students can work in pairs to discuss the questions, and our teachers will invite our students to stand in front of the classroom to deliver their speech and show their presentation. So I think these days, we are not just taking the written test. We ask students to have the oral test. They are encouraged to express their own opinions. So as you can see, during the over the past 5 years, we have the so-called curriculum transformation. Okay, so we will try to minimize our rote memorization. Traditionally, we will just cram our students with a lot of knowledge. They need to memorize that and write a lot. But now we will use some digital tools and we will give them time. We will turn from the teacher-centered education to student-based education. We encourage them to have the deep reflections and the analytical reasoning. And also we encourage our students to have the project-based learning. They need to work on something they like and write down the thesis, okay? And I'm an English teacher. Sometimes I have to work together with other teachers, for example, who majors in physics and science, because they have to make some of their own stuff, which is a so-called maker education. We have the 3D printing center. They can print their own stuff, okay? And this is our English presentation contest. They have to think of one way to solve the problem related to SDG in Taiwan. For example, in Taiwan, we dispose of many food in many places. But if we can make a use of those leftover food, that will be better. So my students are encouraged to think of some other ways to help solve the global problem. Okay. We also have the learning portfolio contest, which will help them in being admitted to the higher or prestigious university. So they work very hard. And our classroom design will try to foster collaborations and encourage discussion. We embrace collaborative projects and dynamic debate techniques. And we also hold many teaching seminars. As you know, AI is very popular. So we teachers will use AI to teach our students and prepare for our lesson plans. So I think we will try to work hard. And I hope our academic performance may be as well as how you Indian students work. Your students really are really good at math and the science performance. I think we Taiwanese students should also learn from you. Okay. Besides our academic performance, we also encourage students to join other science fair, or competition. So they have many kinds of gatherings or contests, and we will try to discover their passions and encourage them to try many things. Okay, so sometimes I will take my student to the Taoyuan International Airport. We will learn how to deal with those things while you are going abroad. And they will also go into many tourist factory for sightseeing and learn the hands-on practice. Okay, that's all for my second question. And my third question, sorry.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine. Although I have a sore throat, but I try hard. So be sure to take care of yourself.
My name is Radhika. I'm studying 8th grade. I have a question for you. Can I ask, ma'am?
Sure.
What are the unique traditions or festivals in Taiwan?
Okay. Okay, this is our national flag of Taiwan. And New Year, which I will show you now. Okay, let's see. Okay. For the Lunar New Year, we will, all the family members will come back home to have the family reunion. We can embrace the joy of the Spring Festival. As you can see, our grandmom or our moms will just cook more than 10 dishes. And it must have the fish on the dish, which, because fish in Mandarin means abundance, which means that we will have a lot of wealth in the coming year. And we also distribute the red envelopes to our young students like you, young children like you. So children love this holiday because they can get lots of lucky money. Okay, it's an symbol of fortune and abundance. It's also the moments of joy because we will just go to our relative's house and we will sell the fireworks and we will play games together. Almost everyone in Taiwan will enjoy the 7-day celebration. Recently, we will not just stay in Taiwan. Many people will choose this long holiday to go abroad for sightseeing. Okay, next one. And the second holiday or festival in Taiwan is the so-called Dragon Boat Festival. You know, because dragon in Taiwan or in China means a very holy animal. It's very lucky. So dragon traditionally represents our king or emperor. And we like to draw dragons on our boat and in the temple. And it falls on the fifth day of the fifth month, 5月5号. Okay, May 5th. And we were honoring a very good people called Qu Yuan. He is a very loyal ancient poet. He tried to tell the government that you should do something for the country, but the king didn't pay attention to what he said. He felt so sad. He just commit suicide by jumping into the river. All the people in China are afraid that the fish will eat his body. They just throw the rice balls into the river. Okay, so after so many years, we will just eat the glutinous rice bowl for celebration. And so we like to eat the 粽子, which it was wrapped by the bamboo leaves. Also, we have the Dragon Ball races, which we will see later. This is the Dragon Ball races. We will compete with each other to see which team wins the medal or the money. And every Dragon Ball is very beautiful, with many people rolling the ball together. It's interesting. Okay, and then we will go on to the third part called Mid-Autumn Festival, or the so-called Moon Festival. We also take a day off. And as you can see, the moon is the roundest during the August of the lunar calendar. So we will savor the delight of the moon cakes. It contains the red bean dumplings, red bean stuff inside. It's very delicious and very special. And later, if you come to Taiwan, many foreigners will come to a very beautiful places called Pingxi. During the holiday, we will go to these places to sell the sky lantern, and we will write our wishes on the sky lantern. We hope that if the lantern was flying in the sky, our dream will come true. Okay, so this is our modern celebration. We will go to this place and to have the sky lantern exhibition. Okay, just like this. We will write down some words like blessing. I hope I can get my love. I can get married soon. I can earn a lot of money. We can write all the wishes on the paper and then we can say it off. You can also enjoy the beautiful sceneries in this place. Okay, and you can never forget that during the Moon Festival, we are watching the moon rise, but we are also having the barbecue feast and the family reunion. We will just stay in the park or just in front of our houses, and friends and relatives will gather together to enjoy the delicious shrimps, chicken wings, and the grill or roasted pork and beef. Okay, so you can just take a look at our
Yes.
okay. Wait a minute.
So their favorite festival is Moon Festival, and my favorite festival is also Moon Festival. And here I have a few questions I would like to ask. In your presentation, you have mentioned that cram schools are so popular in Taiwan. So
Yes.
many students they spend their time in the cram schools even until midnight. That's what I heard. Do you think that the cram schools and the regular schools put lot of pressure on the Taiwanese students?
Yes, I think so. Because although we emphasize many hobbies and the extracurricular activities, they still need to go to the. We hope our parents hope our students can go to the best university. So they work very hard, and sometimes they will just spend the whole day. You know, we Taiwanese students should go to school at 8 o'clock, and we will take a break only 30 minutes during the nap time. And then they will get off school at 5 p.m.
Mhm.
It's a very long time staying in school. And later they will also spend 2 or 3 hours in the cram school.
Okay. So how many hours do the students in Taiwan sleep? I mean, how many hours they sleep? 7 hours or 6 hours?
Yeah. Yes, there's a problem in Taiwan. You know, most students are late in lack of sleep. They usually take a sleep at roughly midnight, okay, 12 o'clock. And sometimes children like to play games while they are studying. So the learning effects seems to be not that effective.
Oh, so here another question is you have just told us that every Taiwanese student has the cell phone, just like
Yes.
what you have. So
Yes.
don't you are the students allowed to bring their cell phones to the classroom?
Yes, that's a problem. You know, while I was delivering the lessons, they will just do like that. They will just take a look at their side. And we know that, yes, exactly. And I know that they are just playing the games or using the social media. So I will just go to their seat and take away the cell phone. And I will ask my students to, when they go to the classroom, they will put their cell phone in front of the classroom. We have a bag to keep all the cell phone, but sometimes they will just take it away. That's the biggest problem facing in Taiwan and also maybe in Europe or American countries. I also went to Finland and I found that students in Finland also like to play the cell phone.
So
A
what
great
I'm
issue.
trying to ask is how do the Taiwanese students take their exams using their cell phones or the laptops or they write manually on a paper?
Okay. During the midterm exam, we will have the students to take the written test. Okay, just like using the pen and paper, test paper to write it down. And we just have the midterm exam last week. So later I'm going to go to the school and I'll go to the classroom and show the correct answer to them, the same as what you did. But since we have lots of laptops, iPad or Chromebooks, some of the teachers will just use a Google form and the students just log into their account. They can just take the listening and the other tests by Google Forms as well. We have many different kinds of assessment, But for the most formal one, students also need to take the written test with multiple choice questions and some essay questions as well.
Okay, regarding the English subject, what kind of standard tests do students in Taiwan take?
Oh, you mean what other subjects? Right?
Regarding the English subject, do they have any standardized tests in English, like TOEFL or Cambridge, something like that?
For English, we have the standard test, yes. In every, for example, the competence test or the school entrance exam, we also always have the standardized test for English. We lay much emphasis on English. But my students' English is not that good because they are not good at memorizing the vocabulary. And my students are majoring in English. So they also have other kinds of English tests or exams, such as what I mentioned, English presentation test, English typing test, English composition test, many kinds of English tests.
Okay. Are the students tested on speaking, reading, writing, and listening? Are the students tested on these 4 components?
Yes.
So are the marks allotted to the students based on these 4 components, on only 3 components like writing and reading, or equal marks are allotted to the students based on the 4 components? Could you please tell us about it?
For the standard test, we will just test their reading ability, reading comprehension ability, and their listening test. That was easy. And as for the writing, some of the tests, we'll just ask them to write a short composition with 30 minutes. As for the oral test, which is very difficult, no, we didn't have the oral test. But when they are applying for the university, they will go to the university. The professor will ask them some questions. So if they can answer very well, they can be admitted to the university.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the age of retirement for Taiwanese teachers? Age of retirement in India, 62 years. But how about there in Taiwan? Age
it's up to you because, you know, if you are over 50, and you can just get apply for retirement, but the money for the retirement is very low. If we want to have the higher retirement fee, we have to work at least till 58 and 58. And if you want to work harder, that's fine. You have to retire at 65, at the age of 65.
65.
So most teachers will just stay till 58 so that they can get a lot of money to enjoy their second life.
Yeah. Please give a message to my students. I mean, final message.
It's really nice for you to have the teacher Harry to teach you. He introduced many foreign teachers to your classroom. I hope that you can cherish the opportunity to learn more about this world. And you girls have the girl power. Your future is just in your head. We can just learn from Harry and many foreign teachers. I hope you will have a wonderful and prosperous year in the ahead. Thank you so much. I hope to meet you everyone again.